Welcome.
Artificial intelligence, AI, is making routine work tasks easier.
That's good.
But what impact might it have on employment in the months and years to come?
I don't know.
Google Robotics recently unveiled new robots that can write their own code and then perform the assigned tasks.
So what?
Technology like that may provide job retraining opportunities, but also a jobless apocalypse.
Oh my God. Okay.
Tell me more.
I know the auto executives at GM and elsewhere assured the workers that they'd be retrained to service the robots. So now it seems the robots may eventually then service themselves? So what does that mean for the workers?
That is a good question.
A lot of robots already available for public use have been exceptionally stunning, especially as regards of the level of intelligence that they demonstrate and the potential that they possess in greatly shaping our future as humans.
Yeah, still a long way to go.
Or is it?
While GPT-3 has proven that language can be used to instruct a large neural network to perform a variety of text-generated tasks, DALL-E, which is essentially a smaller version of GPT-3, is largely a transformer language model and is capable of receiving both texts and images as a single stream of data. DALL-E is not only able to generate an image from scratch, it can also generate rectangular regions for existing images in a way that is consistent with text prompts.
That sucks.
For artists, musicians, writers, poets.
Plans are now underway on how to relate these models to socially realistic issues, like the economic impacts of certain work processes and professions, as well as the potential for bias in the outputs of each model. One of the most famous robots in the world today is Sophia, and Sophia has been especially impressive to the Saudi government that the Saudi government awarded her citizenship in 2017, a first for any robot in the world.
That is crazy.
Aside from Sophia and Aiko, there are lots of other less-known humanoid robots like Actroid and Harmony that similarly have very interesting capabilities. Another stunning and impactful robot in the world today is Grace. Grace is more popularly known as the healthcare robot that COVID-19 created. Grace was created by the same team of Hong Kong developers who created Sophia. Grace is targeted at the healthcare market and was specifically designed to interact with the elderly and those isolated by the COVID-19 pandemic.
So what does that mean for the workers?
Let me put it this way, if your job consists of driving any type of machinery, automobile or vehicle, you're gonna be out of a job soon.
Seriously?
Taxi drivers, bus drivers, truck drivers, Uber drivers and delivery drivers are all on the verge of complete automation.
Self-driving cars?
These are the people that are going to be pushed out first because a self-driving truck doesn't need to stop for rest. Fists attentive to the road 24/7 and we already have the technology. Believe it or not, this is already backed by the government in Germany and they're betting hard on self-driving trucks. Above that we know that the next generation of Tesla cars will be 100% autonomous.
What else?
Farmers' rows, farmers.
Farming was huge when it came to employment numbers back in the day. This changed dramatically. You might still see farming as human labor intensive in the underdeveloped parts of the world, but on a macro level, this has already been automated with very few specially trained individuals that operate heavy machinery from the comforts of the office via wireless connections. Now we measure things with drones or satellite imagery. The soil is already treated against weeds or the seeds are weed resistant to begin with. Harvesting and planting can be done in a small fraction of the time it used to thanks to specialized hardware, and the trucks carrying out will be self-driving really soon.
What else?
Publishers.
The newspaper is dead. Traditional media is suffering as the internet is eating up everything. You no longer need to get your news from the papers, you get them via Twitter or live streams as they are happening. All traditional magazines are fighting for their lives, not to survive one versus the other, but to survive as a whole.
The world is changing.
America alone has 8 million people working as cashiers and in-store salespeople. These people are going to be out of a job sooner than they think. I know you've seen the self-checkout stations, and they still have someone supervising them, and they're bugging now and then, but we're not far from a total takeover of the machines in this space.
No way I'm standing in line for it.
I see what you did there.
When is the last time you went to a travel agency to book a flight? The likes of Skyscanner took over the flight ticket industry, Booking.com over the hotel booking industry, and Airbnb is disrupting the hotel business as a whole. There's no need for a third person to book the flight or hotel room for us. We can do it ourselves. You can also tell Siri to book it for you.
Yeah, Siri for short.
Siri?
Manufacturing workers. When the Industrial Revolution hit, all the people working the fields moved to work in factories, handcrafting the machines that would make our lives easier. In the process and with the advancement in technology, these same people were put in charge of building machines that build other machines that would eliminate the need for humans.
We don't want to alarm the humans.
Dispatchers. The role of the dispatcher is to coordinate the field operators, so things run smoothly for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a firefighter dispatcher working with planes, the police or ambulances. We already have technology that is massively outperforming you at your job. Remember only 5 years ago when you had to call someone and ask for a cab? How do you ask for an Uber or a Lyft today? One algorithm making their way into your particular niche of dispatching and your job is over.
Call an Uber?
We can't call an Uber.
Military pilots and soldiers. The military is the most sensible industry to innovation. It is the first one to embrace it and deploy it.
Cool. No Terminator.
Back in the day, wars were decided based on who had the largest number of troops. Today it's a technology play. There is still a need for human soldiers, but not as we know them. These are the special ops, the best of the best, who are deployed only when there's no other technology at play.
You're getting jobs, you're losing jobs.
What do you think? What do I think? It's party time!
Thanks for watching.